I watched One Piece. They're leaving the prison, and it is, it's been a really fun arc. It's been really good. Impera Down. Quick One Piece update. Sanji went to the queer island. I thought, oh man, that's kind of sad. Like, I feel like maybe Oda is a bit transphobic, or he like is leaning into the trans women, or possibly, I can't tell, because like they don't really ever specify it, but there's basically an island full of, I don't know if they're trans or if they're drag queens or, or just cross-dressing, you know what I mean? But basically, at first, you go onto this island and you're like, Sanji thinks everyone is a cis woman. And it's like not really expected that there's only been a couple non-binary or like, androgynous, I guess, characters thus far in the entire sequence. It's been 500 fucking episodes, right? So you don't even expect there to be like trans characters, trans, non-binary characters, drag queens, all that sort of stuff. So Sanji lands on this fucking island and he thinks everyone is like all these sexy ladies. And then it turns out like there's a big reveal where they're all actually, kind of burly queer folk that are, I can't tell if they're, and I'm not trying to be like inappropriate, but I can't tell if they're like the way that they describe it. You can't really tell if they are actually like trans women or if they're just like doing drag. You know what I mean? Like you don't really get to see it. But there's like, obviously, that's a stereotype, And then another negative stereotype is like, oh, that like trans people and like people that do drag are like very pushy and like predatory, right? That's another negative stereotype associated with trans people, right? So at first you're like, oh, what the fuck? Like, because Sanji immediately is like, wait a minute. Like, these guys are not, women type shit, right? He's on that shit. And at first I thought, oh no, Oda is like transphobic maybe? But then I found out that it certainly is not the case, because one of the greatest characters that we meet in the prison is Eva. Now, Bon Clay is great too. Bon Clay is like, a little annoying at times, but like a great character overall. And Bon Clay is, I think Bon Clay technically is trans or also non-binary. I don't know. Bon Clay, like, it's never really discussed, but like, Bon Clay openly says that they're queer. You know what I mean? Like they openly say they're queer. And Ivankov as well is like called the queen of the queers. And this sequence is like very interesting because I've never seen this level of trans and queer representation in an anime ever in my entire life. It was also 20 years ago, by the way, which is crazy. Not 20, but 10 years ago at this point. It's insane. This is like the party area. Like there's a little bit of spoilers, but I just want to show you visually. You won't understand what this is unless you've already seen it. But like basically, and I don't want to spoil it for myself either, so I'm not going to like look at this that much, but it's crazy that like 15 years ago, Oda was doing trans representation in fucking manga and anime. That is insane to me. Okay? That's like unimaginable. This dude is like, everything I see about One Piece makes me feel like he's a communist. Because the Japanese Communist Party is like very, very progressive. It's like one of the most progressive socially parties in the country too. He doesn't just do like the classic manga comic relief trope of like the drag queens. He like actually treats these characters like fully fleshed out, full human beings. Not only that, but also revolutionaries, which are the coolest characters, clearly, like objectively on the good side thus far, as far as I understand. Like they made like a trans commie revolutionary character. Like that's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? And I was blown away by it as someone who's into politics. Obviously, that was like crazy. In terms of power level, could you defeat Usopp? Fuck yeah, dude. Maybe not Sniper King, but Usopp, absolutely. You saw Ivankov forcefully trans a dude? Yeah, that was what I was gonna say. So there's also that element to it though, which I liken it to like it being in fucking, it being like old. And maybe Oda not fully understanding that. Ivankov's power is hormones. They literally fucking hormone inject people. Like HRT. But remember, it's in fucking 2008, man. Anyone who claims OP is right-wing gets blown out of the Impel Down arc. It's undeniably leftist and pro-career. Yeah. We're talking about like literally a cool-ass, positive-ass trans character who transes people for free. And literally, there are moments where Ivankov straight up says, gender is not real. Like, I've never seen that. Are you kidding me? You don't see that in, like, live action. Bro, there are lines where Ivankov straight up is like, you do not have to ever care about gender. Like, that's crazy to me. No, this isn't even forcible. This is a positive gender affirmation moment.
教えてくれるかしら彼の居場所
This is literally positive gender affirmation. The other one is a negative version of it where he like forcibly transes someone. He forcibly transes him too, but then he like loves it. Look, says you have to be a more honest individual. Yeah, there's a line where it's like one may stray from the path of a man, one may stray from the path of a woman, but there's no straying from the path of a human. Also, remember, Luffy is the main character, and he's supposed to be the moral compass of the show, right? And as the moral compass of the show, Luffy doesn't give a shit about it at all, likes it, thinks it's cool. So you have to also remember that too. Oh yeah, they are Nazis, by the way. Oh, by the way, yeah. Oda, not a leftist, by the way. Literally, the prison is tailored around a Holocaust camp. Well, there's also like a literal Holocaust camp style, concentration camp style fucking prison arc as well that Nico Robin is currently trapped in. But like, they are Nazis. Straight up. They're fucking Nazis. They have Nazi outfits.
バナータは生まれ変わったのもう看守じゃないニューカマーよ素敵ありがとうございます岩様私本当の自分に気づけましたあらいい
Look, yeah, she goes, I realized who I really am thanks to you.
そんなことよりエースはどこだあちらです
This is where they you're in Arlong Park, you have no idea on what's going on. Half the time, like, unless you've gotten to like the 500th episode, you have no fucking idea what any of this shit is. You do not recognize a single one of these characters. Yeah. It literally, if you're at Arlong Park, this looks like an entirely different fucking anime. Like, you're like, what anime is this?
See, there are hidden
The animation is so ugly, though, I can never get into it. I'll be honest with you. It took me a while to get into the animation as well. Straight up. Also, Ivankov is literally modeled after Dr. Frankfurter, Rocky Horror. I've never seen Rocky Horror Picture Show. The rest of it doesn't matter, but the gender part is like really interesting. The point is that I cannot comprehend how a motherfucker like 15 years ago was writing like pro-trans characters, like trans characters that are like outwardly trans, openly queer, unapologetically queer, who literally were like cool characters in the fucking show. Yeah, he wrote this in 2009, dude. Are you kidding me? And yeah, there's like obviously gonna be, you know, there's obviously, it's not gonna be perfect. Like there's gonna be issues. You know, the forcible transing of that other guy is like a bit of an issue, right? But it's mind-boggling. Even earlier, if you think about Bon Chan's initial introduction, yeah, Bon Chan, this character right here, Bon Claire, is queer, openly, and is like a very colorful, very cool villain. It's almost as if the right wasn't hyper-focused on the issue at the time. What? We're talking about Japan, man. The Japanese right is talking about some entirely different shit. No, I'm not even talking about America. What the No, it doesn't matter. 2009 content from a cisgender heterosexual man in any part of the fucking planet. Bro, I was transphobic in 2009. What the fuck are you talking about? They're making the bad guy trans. This has been done for decades. Brother, that's not the bad guy. That's a good guy, you fucking idiot. Shut up. You just want to be mad. You haven't even watched the show. You just literally popped off for no reason. He's one of the goodest of guys in the sea of good guys. This character is never a villain. Bon is not a villain either. In One Piece lore, all the villains become friends. It's like hard to explain. Okay? Bon is never like fully a bad guy anyway. But, you know, there's like a brief altercation, but that's pretty much it. Sam Hassan is passionate about One Piece. It's not just that I'm passionate about One Piece. I'm passionate about, I like One Piece a lot for sure, but I'm passionate about like getting leftists to not be fucking dumbasses. That's what I'm mostly passionate about. I was transphobic when I first saw this and haven't watched it since. Thank you for changing my views and having me see this again. Yeah. Bon Clay, a trans character, was introduced in 2001 as a fucking positive character, dude. I was transphobic when this fucking shit came out. Okay? I was a transphobic person. I had transphobic opinions. Literally, when this was written, okay? Both of these characters were introduced before gay marriage was legalized in the United States of America. Like, when Bon Clay was introduced as a positive character, that was like literally 7 years before Obama said, yeah, I don't know about gay marriage, dog. Okay.
Now I'm forcibly feminizing you, bitch. Sorry. You are now going to get forcibly feminized. I am going to, at gunpoint, forcibly feminize you.
Oh my God, when is this from? When I said that as a meme, like I didn't even know about One Piece.